I can say my side of the story as well.
Well, welcome to the club of people that never thought that they would have a podcast. So
Tell us a bit about, why did you reject these people? Like, what was the,
red flags.
So yeah, Andrea has been with us since October 2023. So she was our first employee, and she started with mainly operations behind the scene. Anything from approving the creators to following the product, making sure that the product sent to the creator, and then so many other things in the admin that I can't really remember now because we automated the processes in the meantime, right? And then slowly she started to go into a bit of customer support as well, design kind of thing, because this is one of her backgrounds. She's still in uni, finishing this year.
I cannot wait.
So yeah, just bits and bobs, like in any startup, The main task was from the and even now she's still doing this, of course, was approving the creators or rejecting them, of course. So
Mostly rejecting them.
No, she's not kidding. She's not kidding. When I was looking for someone, when I was just going through interviews, and my first and main concern was that I wanted someone that is as strict as I am. Even if it sounds really bad, I wanted someone that was very, very picky and understood that we're looking for quality, because otherwise there's no business, right? Andrea was perfect. She's been an angel for me since she started, honestly, because it was too many things on your plate. But I am really, really grateful for having Andrea. I hope she's happy with us. Yeah, if you want to add anything else, feel free to do so. But this was my intro.
Well, I can say my side of the story as well, because I was I just graduated business school, but I also enrolled into graphic design because I'm a very creative person. And at that time, because I finished high school in COVID, I didn't know what I wanted, and I just knew I was creative, but I didn't want to focus too much on like visual arts, like drawing, paintings. Like graphic design seemed very interesting to me, and I had a lot of free time. Everyone had a lot of free time, so I was like, I'm just gonna do it. If I don't finish it, at least I have something. When I finished business, because I was used to having two universities, I started to panic. I was like, what am I going to do now? Like, what will I do with these two professions? And I started searching on Upwork, and I was like, I want just something fun and something creative, and of course, a nice team and someone that will support me as well. And Clip was perfect. Maria has been very supportive. I have learned so much. I have been a lot more confident with what I know, and confident knowing that I chose the right path. And it's a mixture between both. It is a mixture about learning how business operates and also being creative. So it's honestly a perfect match for me. And I've been loving working for Clip ever since I started. When you have like a supportive team, you truly feel like you can do anything. So yeah, that's been very helpful along the way. Even having like doing a podcast with you guys, I would have never imagined, but it seems so fun to me. It seems like I couldn't have envisioned this when I finished high school, but now like seems the right thing to do. So yeah, very excited.
Well, welcome to the club of people that never thought that they would have a podcast. So
No, that's so nice to know too about your side of things. But I suppose from our point of view, obviously we're doing the reviewing, so we're from the side of things that once the creators are actually accepted in, we see the content they do. So we'd love to find out today and ask you some questions on when you are the first point of call for someone actually applying, what exactly is it that you're looking for? More specifically, like what would be a dead yes and a dead no?
Well, first of all, the portfolio section in the applicants, so they have to upload at least 3 of their product videos. After the quality, of course, we are looking for people that will show their face, that will talk to the camera, that will be very open to doing like following scripts, but also people that are consistent. So like throughout the 3 portfolio videos, or they can upload more, of course, it's very important to have consistency, because if I see a very good video and a very bad video, usually we cannot know if they will continue doing very good content or very bad content. So consistency is very key. But also things like voiceover, talking to the camera, doing very quality shots, showing and highlighting the product, talking very nicely about the product, being very kind of spontaneous and but also very fun and snappy. Very, very important things for what we're looking for in the good applicant.
Well, that sounds amazing. And then what would you say if someone has that personality, but they don't necessarily have a portfolio yet, or they're like approach Clip when technically they're not product ready yet? Would you have a piece of advice to someone to make those like your perfect portfolio, basically? So you're like, oh, that's an easy yes. What would be the key points for them to consider when they're recording those 3 videos, specifically perhaps for applying to Clip? What to look out for?
A lot of creators reach out and they are like, oh, but I'm just starting out. I don't have 3 videos. That I didn't expect to upload 3 videos when I started the application process. I usually tell them that they don't have to have brand deals by the time they apply to Clip. They can have they can do their own examples from like products around the house, because if someone is creative and someone wants to do this, they can have like, I don't know, videos for their perfume or for something around the house. But it's very important to actually see the examples that we have on the landing page, because we have amazing creators that are already on Clip and have very, very nice videos, and kind of study them. Lighting is very important. I always recommend natural lighting for when they start, because we don't ask for, I don't know, special equipment. Using, I don't know, a clear background or a nicely curated background from things you have around the house that actually complement the product. Practice talking to the camera. If I were to record a video now for the first time, it wouldn't look so good. But maybe if I try a couple of times and be actually comfortable in front of the camera, it will sound much, much nicer. So I always advise them not to rush, to actually take their time and film those videos, do their best. They can complete the application process even 2 weeks after they started it. Listen, I think creators are very scared that once if they don't finish it immediately, they won't have the chance to continue forward. But it's actually not the case. They can finish it whenever they're ready. So not rushing and like filming in a very nice background, which can be also a white wall with, I don't know, some flowers or something that they have access to, in a natural lighting, of course, being very comfortable in front of the camera, practicing, and actually just compilation of all of those things into like 3 short videos. They don't have to be very long. It's just we need to see that that person wants to do that, be willing to improve on their skills, and actually listen to your feedback afterwards. I think that's very important. And we see a lot of creators that have potential and we know that they will do good and they want to show us that they will do good. So we're more than happy to welcome those kind of creators as well.
This is really good because they're actually pieces of advice for someone, because I think Ali would agree with me that when we kind of started our UGC, we didn't really have a place to go that would tell us, okay, focus on those 3 qualities or those 3 things and kind of build upon those skills to be like, ready to work with brands. So I feel like that's such a great piece of advice for everyone who's looking to apply or just found out about Clip and trying to start that journey with UGC. Take care of the quality first.
If they start on Clip, they'll have a lot of brands to work with, and like you get experience along the way. We are not looking for experience. We're looking for creators that are willing to listen to advice and are willing to improve.
This is a bit silly. It's not really silly, but like, having a nice background like Alison, for example, it's just like super simple. It's a plain wall, but like a really nice plant, there. I think it's just great because you don't really want to get distracted from the product. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Andrea. That's what we're looking for. We're more than happy to have creators that don't necessarily have a lot of experience. I would say that we looking for creators that have experience, at least with talking in front of the camera, because even these kind of skills, I think you need to practice them in order to get a bit better to start working with brands. I think there's a lot of people out there, creators in general, they have that natural like flow in front of the camera, being super like spontaneous. Just grab 3 products from around the house and then just film it, and we'll just review them. So, and then sometimes I think there will be creators that don't necessarily have a lot of experience with brands that are so much better than creators that had already experience with brands. It's just a mix of creators. And we were just talking this morning about going through the creators. At the end of the day, we want to put the bad out there just for people to be aware. So Andrea was just saying this morning that I haven't had a lot of creators that were just really bad. So she had to reject a lot of them this morning. Maybe you can just tell us a bit about, why did you reject these people? Like, what was the,
Red
like,
flags.
definitely not on this, this is not happening. I'm sorry for you, but not today.
There are a lot of factors, but I always watch the videos. I always go through the portfolio and the introduction video. Some people
I know
just
you're trying. You're trying to be nice now.
You're trying
So
to be so subtle.
this,
It's like,
Spill the tea. Come on.
yeah, just tell it. Just put it out there.
I've seen a lot of things, and just they're honestly, I've seen like people in their beds just talking
what?
in their
That's
pajamas.
that started scarily. I was like, "Where's this going?"
People upload food, like they're eating. They upload a lot of random things, like genuinely random things. So they're extremely bad quality. You can genuinely differentiate between people that truly care about being on the platform. At least they upload some sort of product video, try to talk about the product. Maybe they're not there yet, but at least they try. And they're just people that upload random things. They just saw the platform, I guess, and wanted to apply. Yeah, I've seen a lot of things, honestly.
The main red flag is the randomness of content, right? So you've got
Yeah.
like random clips that don't really have any UGC potential. Technical issues with sort of like environment or how they record the content. You also mentioned bad editing, so some random edits of things. Me and Ali, when we're going through the feedback, and as you said, sometimes it's a little bit of like a Russian roulette with a content creator, right? Because they could have a little bit of inconsistency in their content. So then we're looking at it and we're like, Sometimes it takes me 3 days to actually gather my thoughts to give feedback to someone. So I'm just wondering if you ever have situations when it's like it takes you 3 days to actually like consider someone because there's like so many question marks.
Yeah.
Or are you just savage and you're like, dead yes?
It truly depends.
On my mood. It
Sometimes-
depends on my mood.
No, I'm kidding. But in the beginning, it truly took me so long to decide for people because when I started out, I was looking through the creators that were there, and I didn't know if like better ones were gonna come or worse ones were gonna come. So I didn't know what to expect. So it took me quite a while to actually decide for people. But we talked with Maria this morning. Even now, when I see a lot of bad creators after another, and you see someone that is potentially good, but maybe you just don't know yet because you've seen so many bad examples, I usually leave it there because I don't want to rush. And when I see a lot of bad examples and I see someone that's good, I always think like that's potential, but it doesn't have to be necessarily. But if I see someone uploading a 3-minute video, it's not necessarily what we are looking for. So yeah, it does take me some time because I don't want to be extremely strict. Or maybe we will send them an email and ask for more
information.
examples. We'll ask for specific examples. I just leave them there, watch them, like watch their content a couple of times, or just if they're not taking all of the marks, then they will get rejected after a few days. But still, giving them the chance to actually be part of the platform as well.
I think a big part of that too, what you're saying when people are on about like they're only doing it from bed or like the videos you can tell they don't even care. I think that all the time that's because there's so many UGC platforms out there at the minute that genuinely are not prioritizing quality, that then a lot of times people are just winging it or like, oh, I don't really care, I get accepted anyway. Whereas with Clip, that's how it's so different, is like we value quality over quantity, that we want to see that you're a good creator to get onto it. And also too, I think we have positioned ourselves that it is premium creators. It's not just anyone will get onto it. So I think that's really important too, that we're different.
Exactly, and I'm so glad that you raised this up, because we sometimes have a lot of conversations around this topic with Andrea, because there's so many creators out there that are just uploading honestly crap videos, and then you can see there's two crappish and then one that is potentially good, and then you're just there, you're like, first instinct, to be honest, for me, and also I think it's for Andrea too, is to reject the creator, because two crappy videos and one that is like potentially good, that's not going to work. And then the creator will come back and be like, oh, well, I've been doing this for a very long time. I don't understand why I've been rejected, you know. And then obviously Andrea goes back and says, oh, we're sorry about this. These are the reasons. And then we just ask them, do you have any other examples, or you know, do you want to share other product videos? And then they send you this like boom, 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 boom links of like videos, and some of them are just amazing, you know, and you're just like there, and you just what the hell happened?
How?
You know?
Yeah.
Why? So please, creators that are applying to Clip, try to put your best work in there, because I'm sure you're amazing and you're just like awesome creators. It's just that you have to also try to sell yourself better. It's a shame, you know, because we reject them based on these kind of like requirements, right? And then there will be, of course, some of the creators that won't even come back to us and be like, hey, why did you reject me? All of a sudden we just lose really great creators. I think that's the main reason that Ali mentioned, is just that, oh, it's just another UGC platform, they just throw some things in there, I'll be accepted probably, you know.
Yeah. You're basically applying for a job. So you have to remember, we unfortunately are probably never going to meet you in person, right? So you've got those 3 videos, less than a minute, to basically showcase your personality through those videos to us. So then you make our decision easier, but you also make your chances ChatGPT skyrocket up there.
I think what you're saying there too is, for me, I suppose the question I'd be interested, Andrea, say I'm a new creator, I have loads of content, I think I'm not too bad. However, I've got a real mixture of content too. What 3 videos would you like me to actually be putting up? Like, what 3 videos should I be sending to you for approval for the best chance to get approved?
Usually what we see from the creators is, I think they upload the first content they have on hand. They usually just put up shots, like shots not edited. Those are very nice shots, but they're not the actual video. Those 3 videos need to be the best content that they can offer. They can reapply, but it still, in our head, we know that those are the applicants that put up very like fast content, not very careful.
They didn't
for
pay attention
details.
to what
Yeah,
you
they
asked
don't.
for.
Of course, we will reevaluate their application. We will look through the videos. They just lower their chances of getting approved.
And see, for that as well, then, should I be, if I'm a creator, what kind of thing there would you always like recommend for people have always like a face to camera talking to showcase those talents? Or are you happy enough seeing the aesthetic side, and what kind of content types? Okay, if they've got that, it's more easier for you then to prove to like kind of a text box exercise and let them into the clip kind of thing.
Well, I can say from the opposite side, if they don't have talking to the camera videos, we don't know if they will be willing to show their face on the camera. Although their content can be very nice, most brands on Clip do ask for face videos because face is very important. Kind of shows a more personal side of the content and everything. So
if you are a creator who are happy to just, showcase products, do unboxing, I feel like there are so many other spaces online that you can actually exhibit those skills to. So many girls are going like viral on the ASMR videos and stuff like that. There's so much space for those videos too, just not on the Clip. So don't get disheartened by it, because if it is your thing, there is a space for you online.
I feel like too, Nicola, you probably agree here. Like, I find if I'm reviewing videos, I'll always like even be giving feedback to creators if they've done a beautiful video but they've never showed their face once. And I will notice too that from the brand's perspective, we want to see your face in it too. That I think the reason why we're so keen on face is that people like to see emotion. They want to see why did you or how did you react to that product, or like, for example, if it's children's toys, how were the children with it? You got your husband a present. How did he react? People need that emotion. A voiceover you can record because you're not really having to focus on saying a script, but how people then deliver a script talking straight to a camera.
Yeah, I would like to add also here that it truly is a deal breaker when we see people using AI voices, because that
Very
is
good
just
point.
completely opposite of UGC and personalized content. We wouldn't know if they will pursue doing the talking to the camera, personalized content, or they will use AI. And the most important thing is to not have a creator deliver AI voice to a brand for their first campaign, because that is just the completely opposite.
Just to sum up everything that was said here. So in these 3 videos, of course you can upload as many as you want. What I would love to see is obviously being authentic. Maybe I would want to see a video with a voiceover and like cuts and like nice shots. Another video with you talking in front of the camera. And then maybe you can also add a video that is without anything, not even voiceover, not even like talking to a camera. Try to add videos from different industries, because that's what a content creator is, right? Yeah, these are the main points that we would love to see from the creators that are applying on Clip.
I've got a different kind of fictional character, and girls, I would like to hear your advice on how you would kind of solve that issue. So I am probably still in like a student, or like living with my parents or living with other people. I'm very creative. I can write scripts, I can even do voiceovers, I can speak in front of the camera, but my house is very cluttered. There's just loads of stuff. There's not one single white wall in the whole house. What do I do to still be able to record UGC?
Of course, we're not looking for creators to have very expensive houses, very expensive furniture, very like nicely curated backgrounds. I think there are ways around it.
It's all about, for UGC creators especially too, it's like being creative, because it's user generated content. It's not some big editorial like video production. I've now got my kitchen done up, but before that I had like black countertops, didn't like them, so I was like, okay, how can I make content look nicer on this? I bought 2 tiles and like literally put them back on each other, and if I wanted to get the sun, I was like, okay, I'll just move it around where the sun's at. So you do fake it a lot of the time. Like you can buy cheap now backdrops, even like sheets and stuff, sticking them up. And I don't know about you, but I love seeing when creators do that too, because I'm like, okay, that's what's so good about this industry, that you have to constantly keep changing, keeping up with the trends. And to me too, that's when I can tell the difference between a creator that's really in it for the long term and has got so much potential, when they're just coming up with these smart wee ideas to like differentiate their content or make it look more premium.
It's just all about the perspective, lighting, right? So you play around with those, get creative with your space.
Yeah, I mean, for the creators that are based in the UK, I can always see like sometimes in the messages that they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I have to delay this another
No
day.
natural light.
Yeah, there's no sun. If you're not in the UK between October and May, probably.
You know what? Maybe that's why in Australia UGC is so big and so. It's like winter terrifies me. It's not because of like mood swings. No, it's because I can't record.
Oh, you can't share it? You can't? No, it's mad though. Any sunny day, I'm always laughing, because I'm like, I can bet you today all the UGC creators are just, get on it. Or else if I'm planning to do content, for example, tomorrow, and then I'm like looking outside today, I'm like, but it's sunny today. That's not guaranteed tomorrow. That honestly is the difference between a really good video and like a mediocre video. The lighting,
really
it's so important.
Brands, please be patient. It's not that the creators are lazy or they just want to postpone your video. It's just because they want to get the perfect shot. So please be patient. Those creators that they might be really good, but they're uploading not great videos. It might be because they are afraid to upload something really good, and they will think that we're going to use their videos in some ways. I don't know. I'm just like thinking about reasons why the creators will not be willing to put their best work in there. I've seen some creators that were uploading their videos with a watermark, which is still fine. Like we don't mind that. I'm 100% sure they might have encountered some situations where the brands were just using the videos without their permission. But just to clarify, for creators that are uploading videos in general, we're not using your videos for any kind of purposes. Those are just for us to try to understand your skills and decide if you're a good fit for our platform.
I think even to jump on the back of that, because I've had to go back to a few people that have done that as well. Clip, you're guaranteed to get payout. Like once it gets approved, like you're safe, you're getting paid. I think for a lot of people, it comes back to like if they've done campaigns outside of Clip, where it's them dealing with the brand, you could have got burned in the past maybe, whereas you set content, they started using it, they didn't pay you, or they made you wait for ages, then you're like, no, I'm watermarking my content until I get paid. In the Clip, once you actually provide your content, it's all safe and secure. That brand, they get run round of edits, But after that, like your video, unless it's like something awful, you will get paid for your content. Like you'll get paid for your time. And that's something that once again Clip's so passionate about, is protecting the creators and like having a really nice environment that they feel like they're getting paid and like they feel like they're not getting took for granted either.
Because we were manually doing the payments until a couple of weeks ago, I think, Andrea, maybe? Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, you want to pay the people like as soon as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, people need the money at the end of the day, right? So now everything is automated. We just have to click a button in our admin and the payment is done, you know. Now it's going to be even faster.
Why people sell so much more stuff on Vinted than on like Facebook Marketplace is because they will actually, the payment is already secured before you even send the product out. So it's the same with Clip. Like your payment is there already before you start creating a video.
Yeah, exactly, because basically the brands need to pay upfront for the video. Once the creator uploads the video, the brand has 6 days for requesting edits. If in these 6 days the brand didn't do anything, then we automatically approve the video, and then that's the moment when you get paid. All right, any other like questions? Maybe some spicy questions, I don't know, about the process of
I've got one. Andrea, I want to know your most like awkward video that you've ever seen.
Ooh. Videos of feet.
What's happening?
I've seen.
Why?
I don't know. They're just filming and they just flip around the camera and it's just a mess around and they're showing their feet. I've also seen kind of naked people. Maybe they think that they will get accepted, like background noises, babies crying, someone yelling in the background while they film an introduction video. So,
Maria, what's yours?
So I think this was at the beginning when I was doing the process, and I saw this guy who was wearing this black leather costume, and he had like horns, like red horns. I don't know what was happening there, but there was music on the background, and it was just like moving like that.
No!
So I would say, okay, fine, I'm willing to try the second one, you know. I saw the second one. The second one was, I don't know if he was completely naked. He was completely naked, but he didn't show like the body parts. The horns were there. He didn't decide to leave them. The light was very like reddish, bluish, like very, very violent like colors, you know.
That's just sinister, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like a weird like devil like worshipping.
I've seen something similar, but not like using some sort of devil filters, like with very bright red eyes and very like scary looking. I thought I was gonna get cursed or something.
Don't tell us because they were cursed too. So keep it to yourself.
Oh, so many people that were high on the camera, like so many people.
Really?
Yeah. My name is Kurt. I think this happened more often when we launched in the US.
You just launched in Australia, I think, and they launched in the US. I was like, oh my God, will we ever have a nice creator from the US? I didn't know what to do because I was like, I cannot approve these people, of course, but it was genuinely everything that you can possibly imagine. But now we have very, very nice people from the US, very nice creators, very polite creators.
Every time you like actually start a new country, for example, Australia and US, you're kind of like worried, like, oh, what's the creators going to be like? But from my point of view, so far, like any of the creators we've had from US, like yes, there's always room for improvements, but like you've done a really good job vetting people that I haven't got any like mental bizarre videos yet anyway.
Well, good to hear that.
No sabbatical footage, that is great.
Yes. Well, I think for me anyway, like my main thing is so far all the creators coming in, I personally think if they're either amazing or they're good and have potential, there's no one I've seen like repeatedly I've been like, oh no, or I've been like, Maria, this person, and like then it's so much easier then for us to see, and then we can help you, because once you get accepted too, don't worry that then you have to be amazing. We will help get you better and we will help give you advice to get you there. So
you've done enough of preparation to know that these issues come up. You're kind of giving feedback to yourself before we give feedback to you. Because a lot of the times, I don't think we actually watch the footage in the whole thing when we finalize the content. We're just kind of sending it away. We're just like, I don't want to look at it, take it. Actually, watch it like 2-3 times before you send it. Find your own mistakes before we find them, basically.
To even jump at the back of that too, I'd say attention to detail is such an important thing. So what Nicola said there, like I always, even if I edit a video and watch it fully, I'll always watch it again and then I'll watch it muted, because I want to see, number one, was the voice, was the audio okay, and then number two, without any sound, even if I'm doing a voiceover, even if it's like a face to camera piece, without the distraction of audio, I want to see, do the clips look together? Because so many times I find myself going back to people, they either keep the CapCut ending on, that I'm like, okay, you need to take that out, or they put on music and forget to crop the music at the end. So then you've got like a 15-second video, which is actually a minute. Yes. Nearly they are silly wee mistakes, but you just like, you could catch that before the brand has to. So it all comes back to like personal integrity of, okay, if I check this, that it's 100% good to go, that the brand doesn't have to come back, or we do, and be like, well guys, like those are wee mistakes that you should have probably caught before now. Because then also too, as a creator, it helps, will elevate you as a creator, that then people are like, okay, she's high quality, she's reliable, and she's like really good detail oriented. Like,
we sometimes would ask for additional examples or maybe some changes in the introduction video. If the creator does not reply within a week, or maybe they can reply and be like, hey, I cannot do this at the moment, maybe I will come back in like a week, that's fine, we will wait. But if we don't have any kind of reply from them, we cannot know if they would be reliable to work further on in the platform and deliver the content on time. So we would most likely reject them, even if they needed to maybe fix up a minor mistake or something like that.
For creators too, like it is real people behind, like there's real people running the clip, and there's real, like you're sitting behind waiting for replies too. It's not just some automated bot. That's a good point for people. If you get an email, reply back.
I want to know if Maria, if you remember accepting us, me and Ali, on the platform.
I do remember. I have this vivid like memory of the moment there were creators that were like, they were good, you know. I think first it was Ali playing the intro video like on and on and on and on and on. Is this a creator that really wants to join the platform because she's amazing, you know? Because back then we didn't have the portfolio. It's literally, it was just my gut feeling back then. Yeah, that's the moment I saw Alison. I was like, wow, okay, she wants to be on the platform. That's amazing. We have the best creator so far. This is great. You could tell that she was using like professional like equipment in a way or not. You know, the light was amazing. The background was like, exactly, like everything was perfect, you know. And then when I saw you, Nicola, I was like, the difference was that it was just very raw, very, very authentic in a way, because I think you were in the office.
I was in my office, yeah.
The flow, the way you were talking and everything, I was just like, oh my God, another amazing creator. That's so good. You know, like in the span of like a couple of days, there's two great creators on the platform. This is amazing, you know. And of course, I'm not going to lie. When you said like, oh, you know, I'm marketing manager, you know, hence the importance of the UGC. Yes, she knows what she's talking about. I'm 100%. You can't really imagine the level of confidence. I was just like, you know, approve. You know, you don't really necessarily need to have a crafted like kind of like intro video, because I've seen intro videos in Andrea as well that were just smashing it. Everything was super dynamic. They were putting like examples of product videos and they had the voiceover on top. And even if you have like a very simple video in which you can tell, like be super like candid and authentic and tell exactly about yourself, that's still amazing, you know. So I think you two are the best example that I could. Aww. That's how I remember both of you, and I will never forget. After you, there were more that were coming along, but even now, you know, when I'm seeing your videos, I'm just like, let's see what they've done. You know?
I'm the same still.
I'm so glad I asked this question. I'm so happy with your answer, Maria.
Like for me back then, that was like kind of the start of my proper UGC journey as such, that I'm like, oh, that's like nearly over a year ago now. That I'm like, that's mad. Like,
for all the creators out there that they think that they can do better with their videos, with their intro videos, feel free to reach out to us whenever you want, and we can update your video.
It's probably quite healthy to change them up. It's like you're updating your portfolio, you're updating your CV, update your intro video.
Pretty much, pretty much like that. It's like, I have like a family, a big family of stuff creators, and I'm just like, every single time I see one, it's just like, oh, this is so amazing. Of course, as a founder, it's easy to detach yourself and then try to focus on other things and try to, like, oh, we have Andrea, she's helping us with the creators, she's talking to the creators, whatever. We have Ali and Nicola that's giving feedback to the creators. So the creator side is kind of like covered. I don't have to like get involved anymore, but I can't, like, I'm still there. Like, I do care about the creators, like, still, like, I would fight for them. I would do whatever it needs so they get the justice, because there's so many, like, situations. I feel like this is something that is making ourselves unique. What I really want for the creators to feel is that they're part of a family, first of all, and they have someone they can always come and talk to if they have a problem with collaborations, with anything, family problems, health problems, stuff like that. We're reaching out to brands, like, we're like, hey, this creator is not able to do this now. Like, just be there for them, I think that's the really important, like, aspect as a business. Maybe at some point in the future, when we're going to grow, hopefully I won't be necessarily that involved, but I will still be there, like, 100%. I will still be there, like, supporting them with my heart. But yeah, really good times when approving you both, and I think I made a great decision, the best decision, to be honest.
In the process of applying, don't know how to finish it, what to do, I'm genuinely more than happy to give tips. Even on social media, people just message us and ask us, how can I upload videos? I don't have any videos. I think I asked you about something. A creator reached out.
Oh yeah, the green screen.
We have people in the team that do have the experience and do have the knowledge, so yeah, I think we can help with most things.
Also, I just want to say a big thank you to you, Andrea, that you joined the podcast. We're very excited to have you, just because, first of all, you were the first guest in our podcast, so big milestone here. Second of all, because you are such a big part of the team. You're part of the Clip family as well. I think it was really important for brands and creators to get your perspective as well, behind the scenes and going through the processes mainly. So yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Well, the pleasure was all mine. I was genuinely so excited to do this and so excited to speak more about all of this. And I'm so glad that you trust me to speak about these things. So yeah, the pleasure was all mine. I had the most amazing time. And I don't know, I feel comfortable speaking to you guys. So that's like the best thing you can feel. I would be so honored to be here again.
So guys, if you have any questions, as per usual, to us or Andrea, just email us, drop comments on our social media, let us know what you would like us to discuss. We'll be hopefully able to answer any of your questions, or also topic that you would like us to cover here as well. Let us know, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.